What's up, guys? Today we are playing as Yoda at the Jedi Council. But that's not what this video is gonna be, because Yoda's a very lonely Jedi with none of his friends here. So a couple days ago, I made a video of the Skywalker saga Sith showcase of Phase 1, and I'm going to do the same thing with Jedis in this episode. So first, we have the almighty Yoda. But Yoda being probably like one of the strongest Jedis the Star Wars galaxy has ever seen, and probably one of the oldest because he died at the age of 900, and probably also the wisest and maybe the most powerful. Master Yoda. He dies at Dagobah in the Return of the Jedi in front of Luke Skywalker, and I still find him one of the best characters in Skywalker saga. Like, he's super tiny, he has his cane, but then he goes master mode. I just find him one of the best Jedis. Jedis in the movies, and in the shows, and in this game. We might get another Yoda soon in Phase 2 when they make the Clone Wars DLC pack. Because Yoda kind of looks different in Clone Wars. He's a little more green. And even the Lego version of a Clone Wars Yoda looks different. Then we have Ahsoka Tano. She's Anakin's Padawan in the Clone Wars show. But this version is from Mandalorian. Because she did star in Mandalorian for a bit. Same with Book of Boba Fett. And soon she's going to get her own Disney Plus TV show. She has different lightsabers in this show. Because in Clone Wars she has blue, but in Mandalorian she has white. And you unlock this character from a Mandalorian Pack 2. But a lot of people find this disappointing because she doesn't have any voice lines of Boba, Fett, Mandalorian, or Anakin. Next we have Anakin from Episode 2 with his cape. He has his classic blue lightsaber and is probably one of his worst costumes he has. I just find this is the worst costume he has. I just find, how did he make this hair into his Episode 3 hair? It just makes no sense. Off to Episode 2 of Anakin Skywalker, but with no cape. He has his green lightsaber that he only has in his Count Dooku fight, which I find super cool, because I never expected they would make this guy a playable character in the game. Like with him as his green lightsaber. They also did talk about in one of my other videos, why don't they have Finn with his lightsaber, but they have this guy. It just makes no sense. Like, make Finn with his lightsaber. They made Rey with her lightsaber in Star Killer Base from Episode 7, so make Finn. So this is probably the most iconic Anakin, because this is like what he looks like in Episode 3, Clone Wars. Like, the hair is just, this is probably also the best Anakin costume, not counting Vader, because everyone knows Vader's the best. With his classic blue lightsaber, and when he's starting to get his anger issues. I already showed the Order 66 Anakin from the Sith showcase. This is Anakin from Episode 3 of no cape. It doesn't look as good, because I think he only doesn't really have a cape when he kills Count Dooku. I think that's like the only time he doesn't have a cape in the movie. Because he has a cape, and I'm pretty sure he has a cape in the high ground fight.
Jedi use the Force only for defense. And now we can't quite reach without getting up.
And now we have Barriss Offa. And I was actually super surprised that they gave her voice lines when you have to unlock her from free play. And she never really talks. She doesn't talk in the movies at all, I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure the only time she actually talks is in Clone Wars. And not even for a lot. I think she's only in like a couple of episodes. And she isn't even the main character in any of the episodes, I'm pretty sure. So yeah, she's cool. She looks pretty cool too. I'll be asking skip this character. She is Isla. Wait, what's her last name? Isla Sectoria. I know her, I know the character, but I just don't really know how to pronounce all the names. She's one of the characters that also never had voice lines in the movies, and I'm pretty sure she doesn't have voice lines in the show, because I'm also pretty sure she doesn't talk in Clone Wars. So yeah, just one of the normal Jedis. Now we have Ben Solo. We have Ben Solo. He does have voice lines because he is Kylo Ren. This is Kylo Ren in the end of episode 9 when he has to fight Palpatine because he turns into a Jedi at the end. With his blue lightsaber that's actually Rey's at a time, but Rey had to give it to him. Sadly, he doesn't have a crossblade lightsaber that's blue, because Count Dooku has his blue lightsaber bent. It would just be so cool if Ben had a crossbladed lightsaber too, but as a Jedi. But he still has the same emotions. He still looks like he has anger issues. Now we have Jessica New. She's kind of like the librarian. She's kind of like the librarian of the Jedi Temple, where she keeps all of those holograms, I think. Surprise! I expected she would have a green lightsaber, but she has a blue. Cause she has a green lightsaber in the Darth Vader comic series. Cause she doesn't actually, just like all of these characters, Ahsoka, Yoda, and this person, Jessica New, they don't die from Order 66. Same with Anakin, because he turns into Vader, but she is not part of a Jedi Council. So this is kind of a disobeying of the rules.
Now we have
Luke Skywalker Classic.
Like my father before me.
This Luke Skywalker Classic is from the DLC pack Classic Character Packs, which sadly don't have Classic Obi-Wan Kenobi, which is a digital DLC pack only. Now we have Luke from episode 6. This is probably the most iconic Luke costume. Or it's probably one of the most iconic. This one, or one from episode 4. But this one is my favorite one. Now we have Luke Skywalker from Endor.
Not afraid.
I think it would also be pretty cool to give him a gun. Or we skip the one from episode 4 blue lightsaber, or we just for one costume. Oh, I actually skipped some more Luke's, but
down with the Empire.
We'll just go with this costume quickly. This is Leia training flashback. So she has a blue lightsaber, and this is the only Jedi costume you get from Leia, sadly. Because Leia does become a Jedi. You don't really see her as a Jedi, only in this flashback, and I forget what movie, but I just remember it's from the sequels.
I'm Luke Skywalker, and I'm a Jedi, like my father before me.
Now we have Luke Skywalker episode 5. This is one of her iconic costumes too. I think all of the original trilogy costumes are iconic for Luke, but the sequel costumes I don't think are really iconic for him. Because he's hardly ever in the sequels.
I won't fail you. I'm not afraid.
And now this is the training flashback for Luke. They just updated this costume because he used to have a blue lightsaber, but that was just a mistake, so they re-changed it to green. Because this takes place after number 6, this costume. So I'm happy that they changed it for this too.
The power of the Force.
And now we have Luke Skywalker from Jabba's place. I'm surprised they actually added this character because it's just Luke Skywalker episode 6, but with a hood. It just doesn't seem like something they would add. Is that it? Oh. We still have Luke Skywalker from Hoth. So this is actually a pretty cool costume. This is the Luke Skywalker costume I never expected they would add. And I like it. Oh,
I'm
and
Luke
this
Skywalker,
is
and I'm a Jedi.
This is kind of like when Luke Skywalker's on Dagobah with Yoda. He has to like wear this costume in episode 5. This is a lot of Luke costumes, and this is kind of like the closest. This is kind of like the closest we would ever get to having a second Yoda costume. Is Luke Skywalker with Yoda backpack? It's when Yoda has to climb on him, but sadly Yoda doesn't have a lightsaber too. But which one's the real Yoda? We would never know, because they both look the exact same. Is that it for Luke? I want you. Okay, yep, that's it for Luke. Now we have Kit Fisto.
Allow me to introduce myself. I am Jedi Master Kit Fisto.
And yes, he is on the council. He has a green lightsaber like he should.
Focus.
I always thought Kit Fisto looked cool. I just always thought he looked cool. And one thing I like about this Yoda, like Yoda, is that he has a lot of voice lines.
You were wise to bring me here.
Now we have Keon Mundi, one of the Jedi councils, and he does talk about the attack on the Wookiee planet a lot. He did die from Order 66. Most of these guys did. Now we have Luke Skywalker Ord Crate.
Now let me carry on with my business.
Ord means like Ord Crate. Like he's an old man, and it says Crate because this is when he fights Kylo Ren as a Force Ghost kind of on Crate. This is what he looks like. Okay. I still find this weird that he has a blue lightsaber right here as an old man. I just find it weird.
Luke Skywalker, Jedi legend. Yeah, right.
I just find it. I find this Luke Skywalker old man flashback is so much better than the old Crate costume. This is actually one of my favorite Luke Skywalkers, but I still find Episode 6 better. But the sequels do have good costumes for some of the old characters. Like Han Solo, Old Man, I really like, but the sequels just didn't really have good movies. But they were good, but they were just the worst ones. Disney never knew how to use lightsabers. Now we have Luamia Mundi. She never talks in the movies. She only talks in Clone Wars. So that's probably what makes sense why she doesn't have voice lines. But she looks cool. Now we have Mace Windu.
Jedi Master has arrived. You may now breathe easy.
Mace Windu did die from he did die, but before Order 66. He died right before Palpatine called Order 66. But Palpatine did kill him. I find Mace Windu is one of my favorite Jedis. And he is played by Samuel L. Jackson, who plays Nick Fury in the Marvel movies. And I find it super cool that he's one of the only Jedis with a purple lightsaber. And the thing is, the only reason he got a purple lightsaber was because Samuel L. Jackson made them. Oh, and people are all thinking that Mace Windu is alive. And he was in the background of a Mandalorian episode in Book of Boba Fett. And Snoke is actually Mace Windu's clone. Those are all just theories. I like this Mace Windu so much better. I just like the cape Jedi's better. So I'm glad they made a Mace Windu with a cape. Because this is the costume I use way more. Now we have Hello There.
Hello there.
Obi-Wan Kenobi Episode 3. This costume is from when he fights General Grievous and says hello there. The memes just go on. Now we have when he fights him and says fights Anakin and says I have a high ground, or just when he has a cape on. This is like my favorite Obi-Wan Kenobi prequel costume, I would say. I never expected they would add this guy. I never expected they would add the classic, this classic one of Obi-Wan as a kid. I just didn't think they were gonna add him. Like, he's not really one. He's in the Phantom Menace a lot. I just wouldn't think they would add him. Like, they never really added a lot of those type of characters, like from Phantom Menace versions. And now we have the same one with no cape. I'm pretty sure this is when he fights Darth Maul. Oh. Now we have him from Episode 2. With no cape. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is from the Battle of Geonosis. In the Gladiator Pit. Because he never really had a cape in Episode 2. The closest he had is a robe. Which I always found it was kind of a weird costume. Now we have Obi-Wan Kenobi Tatooine. This is this is my favorite Obi-Wan Kenobi ever. I always thought this was my favorite. And now we have Tatooine, but with his hood on. I have both of these, like both of the Tatooine Obi-Wans and real Lego. And they also have the Hello There Lego figure. I like when you run. He gets like sometimes when you run, like look when you run. Wait, look. When you run, he gets tired. Now we have one of the guys that did die from Order 66, but they reference him in Andor because you see his mask, or just one of his other species mask. I always thought Plo Koon was always cool. He's not in much of a show. I mean, not of a show. He's actually not in much of Clone Wars 2. Actually, is he? I forget. But he is in Clone Wars. But he isn't in much of the movies. Most of the council aren't in the movies that much. But this is one of the council's Jedi Council characters weren't in it a lot. He was only in Phantom Menace, and he was in a bit of Obi-Wan Kenobi. Master Qui-Gon Jinn, Obi-Wan Kenobi's master. If you want to learn more about like the Star Wars story, I beat the story mode on Owen Skywalker. That's this channel. They're my first 9 videos I made. I always liked Qui-Gon. He was always cool. I was sad when Darth Maul killed him. And this is his Tatooine disguise. I like this one too. Because Palpatine was even making the Sith try to kill the Jedis before Order 66. That's why he called Order 66 of the clones. And now we're doing no cape Qui-Gon. I still find the cape one's the best one. But all Qui-Gon's good. Especially with the mustache. The mustache is so weird. And now we have Rey Kajimi coat. I can't believe they added this character because I just made a video a couple days ago. Why don't they have Kajimi in this game? And they added the Kajimi characters. I still find this crazy. And now we have Rey from The Last Jedi as a Jedi. The Last Jedi as a Jedi. This Rey is is okay, I guess. Like, I always liked the Episode 9 Rey the best. But Episode 9 is the worst one, but I still like it. And this is my second favorite one. This is my second favorite Rey. She has the blue lightsaber, but yeah. But this is my favorite Rey. Probably saying it looks the exact same, but she's a Temple Guardian with her yellow lightsaber. She's on. The only time you do actually see her is on Tatooine at the very end with his lightsaber, but that's her common lightsaber now. And now this is the Jedi. This is Rey Gray Jedi Wrap. This is when Luke Skywalker. No, this is when Luke Skywalker trains. Oh, this is when they kill Snoke. And now we have Shakti. General Grievous is supposed to kill her in the beginning of Episode 3, but that was a deleted scene. And she ended up dying after Order 66 in the comics. She's the same type as Ahsoka. I forget the name. But yeah. Now we have Yaddle.
We must find a peaceful solution.
I'm pretty sure Yaddle was like Yoda's wife or something. She was on the Jedi Council only for Phantom Menace. But I did make a theory for the Tales of a Jedi that Dooku will kill her. That's one of my other videos. And this is the last, the second last. Last or second last. Yale Poof. Yeah, it is last. Yeah, Yale Poof.
The unmistakable figure of Yariel Poof emerges from the shadows in the nick of time. Ta-da!
I'm surprised he does have a voice line, so he's only in the background of one of the movies. He is on the Jedi Council. And people say he's the rarest character in all of Star Wars, the Skywalker saga. So subscribe, like this video, ring that bell, and comment below, and share this video with your friends and family.